Assalamualaikum to Dr. Hidayah and Ms. Atika. I'm Syahmin Aina binti Razid from 3B Tech, Faculty Technology Management, Technopreneurship, University Technical Malaysia Melaka. Today, I will present my final year project titled Human Capital and Entrepreneurial Intention, How Entrepreneurship, Education and Training provided by universities benefits the student. First, I would like to explain the background of study of this research. According to Badri and Hachida, entrepreneurship is one of the crucial factors in economic progress. Meanwhile, Abu Bakr and Day stated that governments and organizations spend a lot in producing entrepreneurship development programs. Then, Rattan and Usmanji concluded that entrepreneurship education and training is the world's fastest expanding topic. Now, let's move on to problem statement of this research. As stated by Du et al., entrepreneurship is a vital aspect in countries' economic progress. This has caused entrepreneurship education and training to play a big role in influencing entrepreneurial intention. However, a study by Barba Sanchez and Atiza Sakilo found that the influence of entrepreneurship education and training on entrepreneurial intention is unclear, inconsistent, and mixed. Therefore, this research is carried out to investigate which factor contribute the most on entrepreneurial intention among students. From the problem statement, this research has structured two research questions, which are what are the entrepreneurship education and training provided by universities, and which factors contribute the most on entrepreneurial intentions among students. To answer the research question, this study has come up with two objectives, which are to identify entrepreneurship education and training provided by the universities and to investigate which factor contribute the most on entrepreneurial intention among students. Next is the scope of study. The scope of study of this research focuses on students at University Technical Malaysia Melaka. The significance of study for this research is to find out which factor contribute the most on entrepreneurial intention among students. This is crucial because by knowing the most effective factor that can influence entrepreneurial intention, we can focus more on that factor to increase entrepreneur-related outcomes among students. However, there are limitations to this study, which is time constraint. This is due to the fact that this research needs to be submitted on a certain date. Now, I'm going to briefly explain the literature review of this research. The first one is entrepreneurship education, which is one of the independent variables for this research. According to Maresk et al., entrepreneurial education is regarded as an important metric for fostering students' entrepreneurial activity. The second independent variable is entrepreneurship training. As stated by Shahab et al., entrepreneurship training may educate entrepreneurs on how to accept and manage risk and impact these aspects through socialization on entrepreneurship. Then, entrepreneurial intention among students, which is the dependent variable, Alamari et al. Define it as the determination, willingness, and desire of an individual to put in the efforts and action in order to be involved in entrepreneurship. So this is the conceptual framework for this study that is derived from past research by Abu Bakr and Andy. This conceptual framework is used to identify the relationship between the independent variables and the dependent variables. Before I end my presentation, I would like to briefly explain the research methodology of this study. This research will be done by using quantitative research method, where questionnaire will be used as the primary data, while the secondary data will be gathered from past journal, article, research paper, and so on. For the research strategy, pilot tests will be used where the questionnaire will be tested first before being distributed to the target respondents. Then, this research will be done using non-probability sampling. Last but not least, the questionnaire sent to the respondent via online will be using Google Form Medium. This Gantt chart displays the flow of process in completing this research throughout this semester. But before I end my presentation, I would like to conclude by saying that Examining which factor is the biggest influence on entrepreneurial intention is important for the economy and our future. That's all from me. Thank you.